Ridgeline High School Sports, a presentation of 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com. Brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors, Great Basin Graphics, McDonald's, Logo Shop, Castelite, Napa Auto Parts, Planet Fitness, DD Auto Salvage, Cache Valley Auto Care, Les Olson Company, Logan Cash Rich Credit Union, The Cater Shop, Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, and Cache Valley Daily. Now, it's time for the Ridgeline Riverhawks on 104.5 The Ranch.
Syracuse High School. I'm Dave Simmons, and Nick Zollinger and I are planning on doing what we call a simulcast. We've been trying to prep our listeners for a couple of ball games now, as the Ridgeline boys are here at Syracuse High School, and our girls are at home playing Corner Canyon. And so we've got two games going on this evening, and we're going to do hopefully some look-ins on Nick's game at Ridgeline for the girls, and he'll be doing the same as he's calling that ball game, and we'll be bouncing back and forth. Now, if you're listening in on the radio on 104.5 The Ranch, you're probably just going to get this audio for the boys most of the ball game. However, when we switch it over to Nick, you'll get to hear some of the girls' game, and you'll be able to just kind of catch up on where they are. I'll try to keep you on top of what their score is going, how their score is going. But you can go to CashValleyDaily.com. And through our help from our friends at Adams Wealth Advisors, who powers your video experience, Adams Wealth Advisors wants to understand your family, your job, your hobbies, and goals to earn your long-term financial trust. That's Adams Wealth Advisors. So you can go to CashValleyDaily.com, and both ball games, the Ridgeline girls and the Ridgeline boys, will both be streaming. You'll get the audio feed on the girls' game from Nick. You'll get the boys' feed from me. And then at times we're going to bounce back and forth to each other's broadcasts so we can share. If you've been watching the boys and want to have an idea what's happening with the girls, or listening about the boys, you should be able to get both. It could be a train wreck, folks, but it also could be a lot of fun if we are able to pull this thing off. We like to think of ourselves as pioneers here, as trailblazers, if you will. But let's start to dissect this one just a little. In just a few minutes, and probably 1 minute from now, Nick's going to call, and we'll actually kind of do a pregame for both the boys and the girls. I can start this one without Nick, as I can tell you, first of all, that Ridgeline the boys come into this ball game with a 9-2 record. They are looking pretty solid as far as if you want to compare them against other teams in the region, although I think Region 11 is going to be very, very good, as the Green Canyon Wolves, through their preseason, are currently 11-0. Logan is 10-2. Bear River's 9-2. Ridgeline's 9-2. Mountain Crest is 8-3, and Skyview is actually at 5-7. Had a big injury there, and so it's going to be a difficult season, I think, for Skyview without Davis as their leading player. And we'll see how they're able to do without him, which I think is going to be a tall task. But look at those records for those teams in the region. Once we get to region play here coming up next week, I believe. I think it's next Friday is the first region game for Ridgeline. We'll be playing against, I think it's jumped right in against I take it back. We go January 9th against Weber. So we do have one more preseason ball game. That'll be at Ridgeline. And so Ridgeline will host Weber on the 9th. The 9th is next Tuesday. And then on the 12th, which is a week from tonight, Ridgeline will be at Green Canyon. Now remember, folks, when we get to region play, so that there's not multiple broadcasting crews there calling the exact same game, Nick and I will call the Ridgeline home ball games once region starts. And then our sister stations, the broadcasters with the other schools, will call the games on their own home floor. But it will be broadcast through both the Ridgeline 104.5 and then whatever the other team is, whether Logan's on KVNU or Skyview's on AM 1390. You can get them through either group, but you're going to get the hometown flavor as far as the game is concerned. Whoever's home is going to get that broadcasting crew. And then once we get back to the playoffs, we're all going to be traveling with the individual teams. So for the next couple of games, you got Nick and I. Well, Nick's going to be doing the girls tonight. I'm going to see if I can find Graydon Buckmiller. He's been awfully nice to come up and help me in some of these games. I think bringing another perspective is always helpful and nice. It makes for a better broadcast. But we'll be again next Tuesday against Weber, and then Green Canyon. Ridgeline will go to Green Canyon for the first game of region play. And that one should be a really good one right out of the gates, as Green Canyon is undefeated so far in the preseason. Just just for fun, I want to peek at their schedule, see who they've played. They played Morgan, Mountain Home of Idaho, Twin Falls of Idaho, which Ridgeline played both of those teams as well. Hurricane, Ben Lomond, Layton Christian, Canyon View, Maple Mountain, Payson, Desert Hills. So, they've Stansbury, Judge Memorial. Actually, Judge Memorial will be tonight. Yeah, tonight. So we'll follow that one as well. Okay, so as we continue to preview this ball game, Ridgeline will be taking on Syracuse. The Syracuse Titans. It's a 6A program here. They're currently 6-5 on the season. Last year they went 15-8, and in region they were 7-5 for third place in their region. This year, as I said, they are currently 6-5 on the season. They have some the scorers. Not a lot of players they got two that average double figures. Tarek Hamblin averages 15 points a ball game, and Josh Godfrey averages 11.5. It's listed him as Joshua. My guess is people call him Josh, so we're going to go with Josh, and hopefully that's okay. If by chance his friends and family are listening in through CashValleyDaily.com, hopefully we're doing that okay. And then they've got a handful of players around the 6-5 range. Hudson Hess is averaging 5.5. Brad Trejo is averaging 6. Logan Goddard is averaging 6.5. And then they got Skylar Orton, who actually averages 7.5. So it's going to be interesting to see, how this team plays out, because this Ridgeline has two players that are averaging 18 and over in Jagger Frankham and Carson Cox. And then you've got Diego Vasquez, that third guy that's flirting with the double figures, as he's averaging 9.5.
Nick?
We're going to pull in Nick Zollinger here, as he is,
Your
as I mentioned.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Well, there's the first of our blunders. We're going to see if we can get this figured out here in just 1 second. Let me take a quick break, get Nick on the line, and we'll come back in just a moment.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Two girls in double digits. Elena? Does you think it's Elena?
I think it's Elena, but
Elena?
I'm
Elena?
not 100% sure.
I'm going to go Elena. I'm going to try at one of the breaks to find one of the Corner Canyon fans and properly pronounce that name right there. But we think it's Elena Mortensen. She averages 24.5 points a game, 8 boards, and 2.5 steals. Kind of like Emily Skinner does it all for this Corner Canyon team. And then you got Mia or Maya?
I think Maya.
Maya Ray? Maya Ray averages 16 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 3 points a game. Those are the two leading scorers for Corner Canyon. And, of course, on the Riverhawk side, we got Emily Skinner. She averages 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And then our next leading scorer is Elise Livingston. She averages 12.5 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. So both teams with two predominantly offensive dominant players so far in the season, I would say Ridgeline has the edge after that. They have Macy Brown that averages 7 points as she cleans the glass, averages 7 rebounds a game. She probably had 7 offensive rebounds alone against Fremont, but she'll go and clean the glass. She also averages 2.5 assists. And then you got Hallie Smith that averages 7.5 points a game, so slightly just more than Macy. She gets 3.5 rebounds and 2 assists. You don't have anyone on Corner Canyon's lineup after those two high scores that average more than 5. So it'll be interesting when they go to the benches or when you look for offense in other places, who's going to step up for each team. You got to give the advantage to Ridgeline after looking at some of those stats.
Yeah, I think that's one of Ridgeline's biggest strengths is their depth. Not just the 5 starters, but they got 2-3 girls that can come off the bench and put the ball in the basket. And not a lot of high school girls basketball teams have that kind of depth.
Fellas, do you mind if I jump in?
Go ahead, Dave. We'd
All right.
love to have you pipe in here.
No, I just thought it might be smart if we have listeners on the boys' side chiming in and thinking, what in the world am I getting here listening in? So we have Nick Zollinger and downtown Tony Brown on the other side there calling the girls' game.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of
Downtown
Famer.
Tony Brown.
Hall of Famer in all of our minds. Downtown Tony Brown. Here's my Tony Brown. Here's my Tony Brown story. Once he went ahead and hung it up at Utah State in fine fashion, mind you. Tony, you came down and played a little city league with us commoners, and I'm telling you, Nick, I tried. He must have deflected 35 passes of mine personally. I'm like,
sure
could you
he
get your hands out of the passing lanes, Nick or Tony? Those
are some of my best years, Dave.
Yep, it's all downhill from there.
Once you get in the city leagues, that's the big stuff right there. So, folks, I'm down here at Syracuse listening calling this game for the boys, and Nick and Tony Brown will call it up there for the girls. So keep going, fellas. When I looked up some of the information for those girls, it looks to me like you're going to see the number 2 and 3 scorers in the state, regardless of classification tonight.
Yeah, you are. Olivia Hamlin, she scores the highest points per game in the state down at Snow Canyon, also in the 4A classification with 26. Elena Mortensen, who's here tonight from Corner Canyon, averages 24.5, and then Emily Skinner averages 24. So 2 of the 3 top scorers at the lady level, at the lady division, ladies basketball, are here tonight, and I expect an offensive battle. I don't know about you, but Ridgeline typically doesn't give up a lot of points, but this Corner Canyon team looks like they could put some points on the board.
Yeah, I think the only person that I've seen come out and put up their average against Ridgeline is Aaliyah Chavez from Texas. That's the only girl that's come up and put their average up, and she was a special player. But I'll be interested to see if Mortensen can get her average.
Well, that's always been the thing that these ladies have hung their hat on. Their defense leads the offense, Dave. When you and I have called some games, when they can get out into transition and push off of a turnover or a missed shot, they are extremely effective. These Lady Riverhawks are.
Yeah, you get gals on their heels with Emily coming downhill, and she's got weapons all over the place with Elise and Macy and all those gals that are out there filling those lanes. Once you get those other teams on their heels like that, it is really hard to stop them, and Emily makes such good decisions in the open court. You're either going to get layups or open looks.
Well, what are you seeing down there with the boys, Dave? What do we got with a matchup against Syracuse?
So Syracuse comes into this ball game with a 6-5 record on the season. Last year they went 15-8 overall, but were 7-5 in their region for third place. Currently, they are. If you look compared them to other people in their region, they're actually at the bottom. Layton is at 11-1, and isn't that one of the ones we called, Nick, or was that the girls? We saw the boys, didn't we?
Layton? I haven't seen Layton yet this year. I haven't seen Layton.
All right. So and Weber is at 9-2, and remember the Ridgeline plays Weber. The boys play Weber next Tuesday up there at Ridgeline. So that'll be interesting to see that one. Farmington, then Davis, and then Fremont. Fremont is who we saw the first game of the season. They're currently 8-5, and this Syracuse team is 6-5. As I look down through their roster, I obviously like to look at size and see if there's anybody they can be able to match up. They have a senior that goes 6'6", but I don't have him averaging any points at all, at least through Deseret News. So I'm not sure how many minutes he's getting. Then they got a 6.
And that's their biggest player?
Yeah, they got a 6'5" sophomore that also doesn't put any points on the board. So as far as the people that actually score, the biggest guy I see is 6'4". So I think guys like obviously Jagger and then Carson Cox and then even Kyson. Maybe look for Kyson to have a big ball game tonight, just being able to use a little bit more size than I think that Syracuse will be able to throw at him. The biggest point score that Syracuse has is they're getting 15 out of Tariq Hamblin. He's a 6'3" senior.
Well, if you're going to have to rely on a 6'4" guy to guard Jagger and a 6'3" or a 6'2" guy to guard Carson, you're going to have trouble defensively down there at Syracuse. It sounds like they're undersized significantly, and that Jagger Franklin, when he gets down deep in the paint, he can be a problem for just about anybody.
Yeah, if he'll run the floor and just be able to bury guys down there and block, you can't stop him. Tony, you've obviously seen a lot of that type of play over the course of your career. How much do you got to love a big fellow that will run the floor?
Well, it always makes it nice because you get a guy who can finish up high, sometimes above the rim, and throw a few down, which I think Cox and Jagger both can do that.
Yeah, absolutely. You get a guy down there that's going to create some space for guys like you and I, who all we want to do is cast it up for the most part. They count one less if you go inside that line. I figure just step out a little further.
That's the easy way for most of us, Dave.
Yeah, 3-point line to 3-point line. Then you don't have to run as hard. By the way, I played pickup ball 2 nights ago for the first time in years, and I feel like I've been hit by a truck. I thought I was going to lose. I thought my Achilles was going to roll right up the back of my leg. Well, I think I need to be done with that. Nick, I think from a roster perspective, I mean, and that's pretty much all I can go on right now. It, to me, feels like Ridgeline could get this ball game. Obviously, you're playing against a much bigger school. Syracuse is a 6A school. But I think that Ridgeline should be able to get this one. As far as people that they've played Roy and beat them by 2. Cottonwood beat Syracuse by 3. They played.
That's a common opponent. Ridgeline beat Cottonwood down at the Walker Classic in St. George.
Here's another common opponent, Woods Cross. Syracuse beat Woods Cross by 12. And, that's one that
Ridgeline beat them by 20 or so.
Yep, and then Olympus absolutely throttled Syracuse by 40. I'm looking at some others. American Fork is a good program. Riverton's playing really well this year. Both those teams beat them. Clearfield beat them by 10. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think that this is a game they can get.
We had Clearfield here at Ridgeline just last week and beat them by 2.
Yeah. To me, it looks like Ridgeline. It looks like Ridgeline should be able to get this game at least on paper, but you don't play it on paper. So, and it's always hard to come and play at an opposing school. Can Corner Canyon, the girls, play with our gals?
Well, I mean, like we talked about just in the pregame, there's 2 girls that can put points on the board. When you got 40 between 2 of those girls, it's just who can do it after that, and can they handle the ball well enough to limit the turnovers that can sometimes lead to easy buckets for Ridgeline. Can they handle the ball well enough, and can those 2 scorers get to their averages and then get a little help? I mean, it feels like a lot has to happen for Corner Canyon to come into this Ridgeline Stadium and beat these girls here tonight, but
you never know.
You've seen crazy. That's why you play the game, right?
So here's the question.
I think the pressure is a big key. Is the pressure that Ridgeline puts on the opposing offenses just with the ball handling alone. It's really tough for teams to get the ball where they really want to get it, to shoot it. And that will be the key, I think, to get Mortensen and Ray their open look.
Hey, do you put Emily on their best scorer? I think Emily's going to ask to play to defend their best scorer. Do you think that happens?
I think she'll guard Ray. I think Macy Brown will guard Mortensen, if I had to guess.
What do you think, Tony?
Yeah, just from last year when we played Corner Canyon down there, the Mortensen girl can play a little inside out. I think she prefers more inside. I mean, she's listed as 6'2", and from here she looks every bit of that. And she's a really good athlete. She's signed for volleyball at BYU, so she's a legit player.
Here, my guess, fellas. I think Emily guards her. I think Emily guards her better. I do. I know that Emily wanted. I mean, she flat out said, "I'm guarding that Chavez girl." Now, obviously, she was sick and didn't get to play. I think Emily relishes those opportunities, but what can happen, and I'm knocking on wood right now, trying to find some anyways. You just don't want to see Emily get in foul trouble, being aggressive, and then you're pulling her and putting her in a place where maybe she can't be as aggressive even on the offensive end. So I see what a coach would think is, why would we put her on there just in case? But I also think that she might be one of your best defenders.
Well, she is, absolutely. We're going to go to the national anthem here, Dave, so we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to sign you off and tune into your stream here later on.
Let's do it. Have a fun stream. Have a fun call, guys. Good luck.
Okay, you too. Thanks, Dave.
Yep, see you. That's Nick Zollinger and Downtown Tony Brown, and we'll continue to try to check in with that ball game. As Nick said, I'm going to turn on their stream on my cell phone, and through that I can actually pipe them through when we need to, just to kind of check in on their broadcast. So we'll try to keep close tabs on that one, as the Ridgeline gals will be taking on Corner Canyon. Here we have Ridgeline boys down at Syracuse getting ready to tip off here in about probably 2 or 3 more minutes, as they have a minute left on the clock. We still have the national anthem and the starting lineup. So I'll take a quick break and step away. I want to remind you that Great Basin Graphics has custom t-shirts, detailed embroidery, and graphic designs that will get your business noticed. You can always go to greatbasingraphics.com for more information. And we'll keep an eye out for our McDonald's player of the game. Remember, locations in Smithfield, Logan, South Logan, Hiram, Brigham City, and Tremont, your local McDonald's. We'll be back in just a moment.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Good news for all school teachers and students. Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
This is Dave Simmons. Partner with the pros at Les Olson IT for all your office technology. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services. Think of LesOlsonIT.com.
Les Olson IT.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Welcome back to Syracuse High School, everyone. I'm Dave Simmons, and Nick Zollinger is out at Ridgeline High School getting set to call the girls' game. If you'd like to tune into that ball game, you can go to CashValleyDaily.com. You can go to sports and then click on live broadcasts, and you can choose Ridgeline. And once you choose Ridgeline, it's going to take you to the Ridgeline YouTube page for you Ridgeline Sports, and you can choose either of our two ball games. So a lot of fun. We'll be trying to jump back and forth into each other's broadcasts this evening, and so if you tune in and all of a sudden you're seeing the boys play but hearing the girls game, that's what's happening. We're just trying to keep you in the know on both ball games. Here's the starting lineups for the home team Syracuse Titans. Number Number 2 is Brad Trejo. He's a 6'1 junior, averages 6 points a game. Pulls down a couple of boards and dishes out a couple of assists as well. Number 23 is Logan Goddard. He's a 6'3 senior, averages 6.5 a game. Also grabs 5.5 rebounds per ball game. Number 24 is Tariq Hamblin. He's a 6'3 senior, averages 15 a game. He is their leading scorer and also grabs 5 rebounds per ball game. Number 30 is Skylar Orton. He's a 5'10 sophomore, averages 7.5 a game. And number 32 is Josh Godfrey. He's a 6'4 senior. He averages 11.5 a game and 6.5 rebounds. Starting lineup for your Ridgeline Riverhawks are as follows. Number 1 is Kyson Buckmiller. He's a 6'5 senior, averages 7.5 a game. Number 2 is Cam Blotter. He's a 5'10 senior, averages 6 a game. Number 3 is Carson Cox. He's a 6'5 senior, averages 18 per contest, 6.5 rebounds and 2 assists. Number 23 is Diego Vasquez, and Diego averages, he's a 5'11 senior, averages almost 10 a game, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And number 35 is a big man, Jagger Frankham. He's a 6'9 senior, averages 18.5 per game. He's going to tip it up and handles it quite easily into the backcourt to Cam Blotter, and Cam's going to walk it across half court. Into the corner, down to Diego, sealed perfectly is Jagger Frankham, and the good feed gets into Jagger, and first on the board is the Ridgeline Riverhawks, 2-0. A lot of pressure put on by Cam Blotter as he guards Trejo. Into the high post area to Hamblin, he backs out, and then they kick. Then now swing it around the perimeter into the hands on the right side of Orton. Orton crosses over Diego, jump shot from 15, no good, back iron, rebound Carson. Cox outlets to Cam Blotter. Blotter's pushing down the left sideline, slows it up just a hair as it gets to the logo on that left side 35-foot line. There's a big sword for the Titans. And they swing it around again. Carson Cox deep from the 3, doesn't take it. Now goes back between the circles to Diego. Down low on the block now to Carson. He's a little further outside the lane than he probably wants. Kicks it into the corner to Jagger. He mishandles it. Now bounce pass on a cutting Diego. All the way around the basket, up and in. Found himself more open, I think, than he thought. Just like that, Syracuse pushes down the left sideline. Good hard move by Hamlin, goes up, can't get it to go over Carson. Rebound grabbed by Jagger. Frankham outlets to Diego on the left side, and they're pushing. Coach Day wants him to really run. Between the circles is Diego, right side to Cam Blotter. Crosses over, gets into the lane, kicks outside. Kyson Buckmiller 3-ball, back iron, no good. Rebound, fought for, on the floor, Cam grabs it. Back to Diego, 3-ball from Diego, also back iron. And it's a long rebound, but grabbed this time by Orton. He pushes down the middle. He's got numbers if he wants them. Euro step in the lane, good move. Can't get it to go. Rebound put back, also no good, but Cam Blotter's going to get a foul as Josh Godfrey is going to go to the free throw line. Whew. Fast and furious pace so far. Looks like they have the starting lineups going on at for the. Hang on. I'm trying to get into Nick's game. And it looks to me like the stream that they're showing for Ridgeline versus Corner Canyon for the girls is actually our ball game. We'll see if you go to Syracuse and see if it's the girls' game. But free throws missed. And quickly Ridgeline pushes down, leading 4-0. In the corner again is Buck Miller. Tries to wrap around a pass down low, and defender got around Jagger. Now left side to Goddard. Slows it up, backs it out, straddling the three-point line. Now they swing it. Trying to get an open man down low. Orton, they do, but he's almost fallen out of bounds. Does fall out of bounds as he's throwing it along the baseline. Cam was able to pick it off, but he wasn't able to hang on to it. Just trying to figure out, see if we can get into that girls' broadcast and I can share some of that with you. Hard on the floor is Hamblin, gets to the block and then stops as Carson Cox is just a little too big for him to go up over him. Now they back out. Trejo, dribble handoff on that right side. He's standing right on that 35-foot line in front of Coach Day. That was Orton. Now back up top is Goddard. Jump shot, no good, but the rebound putback is good, but it did not hit rim. And so you have a shot clock violation against Syracuse. And Ridgeline gets the ball back, leading 4-0. Get it in through Carson. Right in the middle of the floor to Cam Blotter. Cam picks up his dribble and then goes Back outside to Cox. Long three-pointer, no good. Rebound, chased into the corner by Syracuse. Saved back out on the floor to Kyson Buckmiller, and then down low to Jagger. He goes up in the paint and scores under a little bit of duress, and he has now 4 points. Well, I'd like to welcome Coach Graydon Buckmiller. Thanks for coming from the stands. I'm sorry to bother you over there, sitting there calmly with your wife. And next thing you know, you get a text. You're like, I got to go.
Nope. It was all good.
Jump shot taken by Hamlin is partially blocked by Frankham, and as they bring it down through Cam Blotter, he gets into the lane, drops it down to Frankham. It goes through his hands, but right to Cox in the corner. His three ball is long. Rebound grabbed by Trejo.
Got to keep feeding it into Jag. They're not really doing much or have much out there to stop them.
I think they could use Carson down there too if they wanted. I think he's got it, and Kyson. They've got size advantages on whoever's guarding them. Syracuse backs it out all the way to almost half court. Trejo tries to drive. Cam almost picks his pocket. Trejo goes and has to retrieve it. Now he goes left side to Goddard. Makes a move on Kyson. Kyson reaches out and is going to get a hand check foul called on him.
Not a very good closeout. Had to use his hands as he's getting blown by. Saved the basket.
Under their own basket, we got let's see, before the inbounds, we got a substitution coming in. Hopkins will come in, and Orton takes a seat for Syracuse. Inbounds by Trejo. They get it inside to Godfrey. He's trying to work against a much bigger guy. Nothing there.
Not going to work.
And he knew it. Backdoor cutter. They got the man down low. He misses. That's Hopkins. Then his shot is blocked and pulled out of there by Diego. Right side, Kyson. Down low entry pass. They got around Godfrey again, or Godfrey got around Frankham again and got the turnover. Got a couple turnovers so far on Ridgeline, and now going to the basket. Trejo gets it to go, and he's fouled.
Still something we've struggled with, just middle penetration right down the middle of the key. That was tough. No, it's really hard for help to come by. Cam's got to stay in front there.
Coach, what we're trying to do is get Nick and Tony Brown are calling the girls' game.
Oh, cool.
And that's on Cache Valley Daily, and we got this one, and we're trying to be able to jump in and out if we want to.
Nice.
But when we just went to what we thought on the through Cache Valley Daily, it showed their game. When you go to it, it looks like our game right now. So we're trying to figure that out. Long three-point shot taken by Diego goes in and out. The rebound grabbed by Orton of Syracuse. Right side three-point shot by Hamblin is good.
I was watching him through warm-ups. He's got a nice little jumper, pretty athletic.
Yeah, that one looked good. 6 to 5 for Ridgeline. Carson Cox on a skip pass makes a wild one back outside, chased down by newly inserted Preston Brenchley, and they're going to get a timeout as Coach Day thought things looked like a little bit of pandemonium.
Yeah, that pass out there towards half court didn't go to anybody directly. We had to chase that one down, so probably good advised timeout there.
3:29 remaining in the first quarter. The lead is just 1 now for Ridgeline, 6 to 5. Slow start to the game offensively. We'll be back in just a moment.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Good news for all school teachers and students. Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
From what?
Checking in the ballgame is also Cooper Hall, joining Preston Brenchley, Diego Vasquez, Carson Cox, and Jagger Frankham. Down low to Jagger, up over top of everybody. Nobody's going to stop that one, and Jag gets an easy two-point bucket. Good feed by Preston. Trio comes across half court, now dribble handoff to Hopkins, going left, now to right. Another dribble handoff, this one to Orton. He comes to the middle of the floor, big steps in the lane. His shot is swatted out of there by Jagger.
That was good help.
Very good help. It's nice to have a guy back there that you know that if you get beat, somebody's back there to at least give a little bit of pressure at least.
Did a good job of keeping his body away and just swatting it with his big paw there. That was nice.
Yep, they got some size in there with Kars. Now driving baseline is Hopkins.
There again.
Gives it along the baseline to Godfrey, and his shot's blocked again by Jagger. Long pass down to Cars.
Catch.
He's on the baseline, goes up. Yeah, he had to contort his body along the baseline. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound grabbed by Syracuse. Trejo into the front court. Orton now left side, back to Trio between the circles. 2:38 remaining in the first quarter. Preston almost gets there, can't get there, so go to the left side to Hamblin. He's guarded out there by Jagger. Reverse it to Trejo. 3 ball on the way, looks long, is long. Jagger grabs another board. He's got a few boards and blocks this first quarter to go along with his 6 points. 8-5 Ridgeline. Diego goes left, his pocket is picked. Headed the other direction is Orton. Tries to, and then Diego picked his pocket.
Right
pushes down the right side to Hall. Looks at a jumper, doesn't take it. Tries to get it to Jagger, and he's fouled.
It's tough to get used to in high school. I think he could throw that up by the rim. Carson can go get it. Jag can go get it. Doesn't have to be a direct line pass. It's tough. You don't always have those big guys or leapers to stretch that game, but I know Coop can throw that pass.
Jagger's going to get a couple free throws here. First free throw is good. Adding to his total here in this first quarter. He's got 7. Coming in for Ridgeline is Kyson Buckmiller and Tyler Jackman for Carson Cox and Diego Vasquez. Jagger's second free throw is good too. So he's got 8 of the 10. 10-5, Ridgeline in the lead. Dribbling left, tried to get a back cutter. Good defense by Kyson. Nothing happened there. Straight away, Orton loses the handle. It's on the floor. Jackman grabs it, and a kick ball against Orton.
Probably saved a layup there.
Yep. Checking in for the Titans is number 23, Goddard, back in. Taking a break is Orton. Also, Hamblin comes out, and I'm seeing for the first time Hudson Hess.
Looking for a ball screen here.
Yeah, they're gonna. Well, they come up to the high post area. So there's a little thumbs up. One backdoor cutter to Preston, up off the glass, and he got it. Good pass from Jagger, and a good finish by Preston Brenchley. Syracuse dribble hands off to Goddard straight away. He goes to the right side. Back up top is Trio, swinging it into Hopkins' hands left side. Now back onto the right side as it moves quickly. 3 ball on the way, no good. Rebound, Frankham. And he put it on the floor, and they came to get it, but he was able to corral it. And off to Hall, now down the right side to Brenchley. Good Euro step. Thinks he got hit on the wrist, didn't, and they're going to get a rebound headed the other direction. Goddard gives to Trejo. He's going to reset as team coach calls whatever the hook 'em horns thing means. That's what they tried to call it. Down low is Hopkins. Outside Hess. 3 ball on the way, no good. Rebound tapped out, all the way out. Almost to half court, grabbed by Godfrey. Gives off to, these are all for you.
Okay.
Godfrey out to Trio. Right side angle is Godfrey. Now they swing it all the way in the corner to Hopkins. Guarded by Hall. Back up top to Trio. Tries to get all the way to the lane, kicks it. Kyson tries to alter the shot. Jump shot, no good. Rebound is a long one again, and it's grabbed by Syracuse. This will be their 3rd try on this.
Probably the last shot
trip
of the quarter here.
Yep, 21 seconds. 12-5, so good defensive effort for Ridgeline in the first quarter. Only able to get the 12 points. 12 seconds remaining. Jackman on ball. Now they go right side to Hess. Preston Brenchley guarding him. He dribbles to the middle of the floor with his left hand, picks up his dribble, now come back outside to Trejo. Swinging it. They get it to Goddard. Goddard, little jump shot off the rim, no good. Good defense by Kyson as he alters that shot just a hair and enough to make it fall to the ground, and Ridgeline's got a 12-5 lead here at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment.
To breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
Ridgeline leading here as we start the second quarter, 12-5. Coming back for the Riverhawks is Cam Blotter, Preston Brenchley, Carson Cox, Kyson Buckmiller, and Tyler Jackman. Not sure we've seen that lineup before.
Yeah, a little bit smaller, but
yeah, a little bit. But you still got Kyson and Carson in there at 6'5". Just as I say it, they lob over the top,
Right
and Godfrey gets a layup.
You can't just stand in front when you front. You got to keep working your tail end and pushing that guy close to the rim as possible. We kind of got complacent just standing in front, and that's an easy over-the-top pass.
Yeah, try to take away that angle, but there should be somebody back there on help side. But just as I say that, turnaround jump shot from about 15 feet, Carson Cox gets on the board.
The other thing is ball pressure. If you have good ball pressure, you can't throw those pinpoint passes like that.
Good point. It's hard to make that pass if somebody's up in your grill.
Yep.
Outside is Goddard, drives to the left elbow, jump shot no good, rebound, Carson saves it onto the floor to Cam. Blotter's going to push straight down the middle of the floor, slows up just a hair, now accelerates, pushed as he gets to the baseline, and he's going to get free throws. I like these newer gyms where you have it circle all the way around. They're not super high, but you've got spectators behind the rims too.
In the weight room, and you have the upstairs and down. You got gyms on the other side. If you look through the glass there, I like this setup.
Yeah, it's cool.
And I like the baseline with the bleachers. I really do like. I think that adds an element, especially
Me too.
in high school games.
Yeah, it gives you almost a little bit of a college feel, but on a smaller thing, and it makes it fun. Cam makes his first free throw. That's his first point of the game. He's got one more to come here. That one looks long. It is, and so it's no good. Rebound grab by Syracuse. Cam almost gets a steal in the open court. Trio now has some numbers. Cam retreats, and now they got everybody back. Good block by Kyson as Hamblin tried to go up. He got it back and threw it to the corner to Godfrey. His jump shot's no good. Rebound to Ridgeline. Lob over top to Cars. Tries to reset himself, and his shot is blocked by Godfrey. And Carson's going to get some free throws. They have Godfrey listed at 6'4", and he looked like he matched up okay there against Carson, who's listed at 6'5".
And he's definitely more aggressive now that Jag's out of the game. He's seen him put up a couple of quick shots and looked a lot more confident than when he did going against Jag.
Yeah, absolutely. Carson misses the first free throw. It was 12-5 at the end of the first quarter. Carson makes his second free throw. So he's got 3 points in the game. 16-7, Ridgeline in the lead. Trio on the outside. They swing it. Hess.
They're going to get Kai.
Kyson went through a screener. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I was
he didn't
watching
see him.
ball.
His kind of back turned and tried to run with his guy and ended up running over the screen.
That'll be his second personal, and it's going to bring Jagger back in. Kyson will get a break. We have 6:37 still remaining in the second quarter, so probably trying to protect Kyson from a third here for a few minutes at least. Inbounds comes to Godfrey. He goes back outside to Hamblin, the oldest inbound play in the book. They go back into the corner to Hess. Now back down low to Godfrey. Good little move, but he can't get it to go, and nobody blocked out Orton as he came in on an easy layup putback. 16-9. Brenchley into the front court, gets to the middle of the floor. He goes to Blotter, now straight away to Carson. Backs it out with the dribble, guarded by Orton. He gives it off to Blotter. Crosses over on Orton into the corner to Preston Brenchley. Three ball on the way by Preston is no good. Rebound grab by Goddard.
Didn't like that possession. There was a lot of stagnant ball there.
Yeah, good move that time by Goddard. Patient, waits for his gap and takes it, and he has to be fouled by Carson. Otherwise, he was getting a layup. Ready to check in is Diego Vasquez. We'll see who he comes in for. Ridgeline leading 16-9. And Goddard at the free throw line. He averages 6.5 on the season. He's got his first point at the free throw line tonight. Preston comes in, or goes out. Diego comes back in. And Goddard's got another free throw coming. Spins it in his hands and then flicks it up, got it to go. Both of them from the free throw line. Goddard gets two. 16-11, Ridgeline in the lead. Blotter will cross half court against Hudson Hess. Backdoor cutter is Diego, picks up his dribble under the basket. They tie him up and then rip it out of there. Grabbed by Hamblin. Diego knocks it away, but then it's picked up by Godfrey.
He's got to recognize the help a lot sooner. Either take that all the way up or kick that out before he gets to the lane.
Yeah, got himself trapped down in there. Dangerous skip pass, almost goes out of bounds. Godfrey saved it. Now they're going to reset with Hess. Tries to come downhill on Cam, goes left side to Godfrey. Now he hands off on the three-point shot by Goddard, and that's good. So Goddard quickly in this quarter has got 5 points. And they're going to call a foul.
That's a good cell job. I could see that coming.
Yeah, I looked down to put the points on there, and then next thing I know, I saw bodies tumble. What happened?
Yeah, a little eye-to-eye connection. Jag knew he was going to have good post position. That kid knew he was getting sealed, and he just did the old pull him from behind and fall on top and make it look like Jag laid into him, which did not happen.
That's unfortunate. They showed Jagger with just one, though, right?
Yeah.
At least on the scoreboard. Jagger taps it away from behind, but it goes right in the hands of Goddard and stolen away. Tyler Jackman in the passing lane. Gives off to Cam Blotter. He's going to get a high screen from Jagger. Couple big steps in the lane. I think that Hamblin had a piece, but Cam's got it to go anyways.
High off the glass.
High. You got to go high. 4-4. I remember years ago going to the first couple rounds of the March Madness. It was down at University of Utah. Stromile Swift and Chris Mim and those guys, so long. And I thought, how in the world could you ever get a shot up unless you're going to bounce it off the shot clock? Syracuse gets a nice feed down low. I believe that was Hamblin that got the layup to go. And turnover by Ridgeline as Cam got into the lane and tried to kind of wrap a pass around to Frankham, and it went out of bounds.
Yeah, not a high percentage pass there.
I think I've lost track of turnovers. They'll have to be super unofficial. Three-point shot is banked. Hess comes around a screen and just launches and banked in a three.
Well, we got caught going way under, a little complacent again. I like to see a little more energy from us. These guys sticking around, especially on their home floor. Good things aren't going to go your way very often.
Yeah, Tyler Jackman drives hard and gets the lead back. Is just like that. Titans have taken the lead. Now Ridgeline up 20-19. High post area to Godfrey. Jagger on him. Tries to make a move. Kicks it outside to Hess. He gives off to Orton and now to Hamblin. Into the lane. Give it off.
Again.
And a backdoor cutter, and Hess gets an easy layup again. I think you back cut Cam on that one.
Yes.
Cam gets into the lane, tries to drop it down to Carson, and it's knocked out of bounds by Hamblin.
Syracuse is doing a really good job rotating, so some of those looks that we're accustomed to getting, Syracuse is rotating, getting a hand or a deflection on.
Inbounds to Carson at the
Diego.
free throw line. Jump shot no good. Rebound Diego. He probes a little bit and then backs it back out. To Jackman. Three ball in the corner now to Cam Blotter. Rebound Jagger. Up short. Couldn't get it to go. Godfrey. Outlets to Hess. Pushes down the right sideline to Orton. Back to Hess straight away. Much bigger man on him is Carson. Then they get in the corner to Hamblin. Three ball in the way is in and out. No good. Rebound. Still fighting. Going down hard is Godfrey. Now bodies are on the floor, but Godfrey comes out of there with it, and they get a timeout.
Love the effort.
Yep.
Like to see us come up with 50-50 balls, but the effort, I like the effort.
Yep. Coach Gummersall saw as soon as Hamblin got his hands on that, called the timeout. And it's just a 30-second timeout. I want to remind you that the Logo Shop is committed to schools, teams, and youth groups. Check out the Logo Shop needing any type of items logoed at all. Napa Auto Parts has the best part of the game. We'll keep watching for that. So far, it's been pretty fast and furious pace. You can count on Napa Auto Parts for all the parts you need and the parts you use every single day. We're getting close to halftime. 2 minutes and 46 seconds left to half. Our halftime sponsor will be Planet Fitness. Don't follow extreme things. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for $10 a month and cancel anytime. Coach, this one I haven't felt a good flow.
No.
It's 1 second you think, okay, Ridgeline looks okay, and the next thing you know, their lead that was pretty solid is gone.
Yeah, I really feel like we've kind of been complacent. I kind of said that earlier, and energy just isn't there for this type of game. This close to region, we really can't. I mean, this is really fine tuning at this point, and
Have you seen any of the other region teams play yet this year, by chance? Have you gone to watch anybody on
no,
an
I haven't.
off night? I haven't either.
I haven't.
But, you got teams like Green Canyon hasn't been beat yet so far in the preseason. They're 11-0. So it's going to be interesting, and Ridgeline starts the preseason schedule against Green Canyon at Green Canyon. Driving hard into the lane is Goddard. Kicks it, and it's picked off by Carson. Cox headed the other direction, tries a couple big Euro steps, goes up and scores it in the chest of Hamblin.
Caught Hamblin in no man's land there, and Carson took advantage.
What I like about that is Carson was under control. Sometimes guys feel like they need to outrun everybody, and you get to the rim and you have no touch at all. Use those Euro steps, use your body right. You shouldn't have to go a million miles an hour. Carson did a good job with that. Yeah,
we've seen that from some NBA players. Hopefully that's starting to filter down. Jokic and Luka, that's...
Yeah, Luka, he plays at his speed, and the dude drops 40 on you. Free throw for Carson is no good. He was kind of falling away out of that one. I remember Karl Malone, whenever he would fall away on his free throws, he'd miss. If he'd stay with it, he'd make them. My philosophy is to stay with it. Backdoor cutter, Hamblin, reverse layup, got it. They're getting a few of those.
There's not jumping to the ball there. We got to be ball side, and we're getting beat every time that we're not. They take full advantage.
23-22, Syracuse in the lead. Right side, Hall. Bobbles it for a second, picks it up, goes right side further into the corner to Preston Brenchley, now back up top to Carson. Carson trying to make a couple big steps down the lane. They strip it out of his hands. They're headed the other direction. Orton, couple big steps, got it to go. But he might have gotten away with an extra there. But he's going to get a layup and his 4th point of the game and a 3-point lead for Syracuse, 25-22. Those are those catastrophic turnovers that Coach Day has talked about leading to layups.
Yeah, we're just not executing right now. Whatever play we're trying to run, Syracuse is taking stuff away. So it's what our second and third option that just has not been good.
3-pointer in the corner from Diego. That's a big three he made. He has a knack for making them when you need them.
That's a Diego basket.
Yep. Down low, Hamblin up the chest of Carson Cox and gets it to go. Hamblin playing tough. Just like that, he's got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Averages 15.
Coach is wanting Carson to hold his ground a little bit more, not let him get to the key like that.
Take it in the chest, yeah. Another little dewdrop that time taken by Syracuse. They don't call it for him, and Jagger gets a 2-point jump shot. Tied up, 27-27. Under a minute to play here. Hess crosses over on Hall. Gives left side to Hamblin. Left elbow is Godfrey. Further left in the corner, 3-ball in the way, no good. That one was taken by Goddard. And rebound grabbed on the backside, I believe, by Carson. Outlets to Diego. Corner, Hall. Drive short corner. Floater, no good. Rebound Hess on the backside. Tears out of there and then slows it up. 32 seconds left. Tied 27-27. The shot clock and game clock are within a half a second of each other. See if Syracuse is able to handle the ball well enough to get the last shot. Ridgeline's not really hounding. Well, Hall's playing a little bit on the ball.
I like that. I don't, the team's going to hold for the last shot. Just go harass them.
Go give them a little grief.
Yep.
Make them feel you. 10 seconds now. Hess. Ooh, almost gets away with the travel. Doesn't. Or he does. Get away with the travel. Hamblin. Jump shot. No good. Rebound grab by Jagger right as the game clock ends. And we have a tie ball game heading into the half. 27-27. I'll tally our statistics. We'll also see if we can check in again with Nick and Tony Brown at the girls' game. Our halftime sponsor is Planet Fitness. Don't follow extreme things, follow your own thing, or do your own thing at Planet Fitness and join for $10 a month and cancel anytime. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Dave Simmons. Partner with the pros at Les Olson IT for all your office technology. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services. Think of LesOlsonIT.com.
Les Olson IT.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Good news for all school teachers and students. Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
This is Dave Simmons. Partner with the pros at Les Olson IT for all your office technology. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services. Think of LesOlsonIT.com.
Les Olson IT.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Welcome back to Syracuse High School. Ridgeline and Syracuse all knotted up 27-27 here at the half. Here's how we got there. Leading scorer in the ball game as of this moment is Jagger Frankham. He's got 10 points, and he had 8 in the first quarter and had just 2 in the second. Joining him in the scoring column, Diego Vasquez has 5 points. He had a 2-point jumper in the first quarter and a 3-pointer in the second. Tyler Jackman's got 2. Carson Cox has 5. All of them came in the second quarter. Cam Blotter's got 3, also all in the second quarter. And then Preston Brenchley had a nice drive on a 2-point bucket in the first quarter. For Syracuse, leading scorer so far is Tariq Hamblin. He's got 9 points. He is their leading scorer on the season, too. He averages 15, so he's well on his way to there. Hudson Hess has 5. Brad Trejo has 2. Logan Goddard has 5. Skylar Orton has 4, and Josh Godfrey has 2. Scoring by quarter, Ridgeline jumped out to a 12-5 lead at the end of the first quarter, but then the defense went somewhere else, either that or the offense for Syracuse showed up, because Syracuse got 22 in the second quarter to Ridgeline's 15. What did you see, Coach? Was there a breakdown that you saw, or just not jumping to the ball.
Well, I think Syracuse got a lot of easy baskets by the rim, and it was either heads turns, no help, backdoor cuts, and then some of those catastrophic turnovers got us pretty good. So we're kind of playing complacent right now. I hate to be so negative about us, but I know we can play a lot better. I've seen us play better. But the half-court offense just is – we're not taking full advantage, and the ball is being swung very slowly. A lot of dribble-happy things going on, and we're settling for shots, and they're not necessarily bad shots, but some of those misses turn into transition buckets going the other way.
Yeah, I think that Ridgeline definitely has a size advantage. Maybe not if they're going to put, say, Godfrey 6'4" on. Let's say Jagger.
Yeah.
Well, then that should mean that Carson's got somebody that's a few inches shorter, or Kyson has somebody that's a few inches shorter, and then in my mind, utilize them in that low post. But is it hard though, because if you're playing, say, a 4-out offense and Jagger is normally down there, how do you then, without taking him out of the ball game, be able to get that shot, those close looks for guys like Carson or Kyson?
I think you kind of have to decide what you want to do. If you're going to get a quick rotation, if they double down on Jag, which a lot of teams do with a front and back, then Jag can hold the seal as the ball gets reversed, and Jag can stay down there. But if they're just getting ball pressure and making it hard to get a good look inside, then I think Jag stepping out or a back screen and then a cut by a Carson and post and seal might throw a wrinkle into what other teams are doing, because they don't really game plan for Carson in the post. Everything is going to be really looked at as far as what do we need to do to stop Jagger in the post. So
what if you use Jagger as a bit of a screener?
Yeah, have him set a back screen. Carson can come rub right off of him, or cut from the weak side and get himself down the block. Jag pop up, even flash to the ball, give him a little high-low look. I like that look.
Because one way or the other, if he becomes the screener, if they try not to switch and keep their big on Jagger, it should still create that opportunity for the guy that he just screened for to get low and seal. If they do decide to switch, well, now you got Jagger with a smaller guy on him. So maybe making Jagger a screener could be beneficial.
Yeah, and typically, especially with a team like this, Jagger with his height advantage, it makes it easier as he's flashing to the high post or somewhere in the middle of the key just to get him the ball. They're going to be more reluctant to go ahead and give that to him and fight for when he's a little bit lower.
Yeah, and if kind of the Joker effect, with Jokic, for the Nuggets, you step out like that and can even make that shot. If Jag hits 1-3 from out there, I think it changes things a little bit.
Yeah,
guys got to come out a little bit further. Lanes get a little bit bigger. Now having said that, I don't think that Jag should be sitting out there and launching.
Right.
But I think that if in a high screen situation, if he pops and hits, now you've really tried to opened this thing up, I think. But
no,
I'm not a coach.
No.
Well, I am for 8th graders, but that obviously I don't know what you guys have seen over the years, and in my mind, I think maybe a screening action with him could help.
There's a lot of things, especially with this group, and I'm really high on this group. There's a lot of things that this group can do, and so I think there's a lot of options. And you have other teams where you're kind of down to a few things that might work. There's a lot of things that can work here, and it's just finding what that niche is really for each team. And I think honestly right now we just got to have more energy. There's just not enough energy. We look flat. Look like we're coming out of Christmas break, and we're not. And I'd like to see them a little bit more excited about playing basketball.
I like to call it the holiday loaf.
Yeah.
But, like you said, they're not coming out of the holiday loaf right now. They should be a little bit more ready to go. But on the bright side, you've got a 27-27 score right now. You've got a brand new ball game for one half.
Chance to talk it out at half and regroup, and as seniors, let's go get it done. Let's figure out what it needs to happen and get it done.
Is this a full Cache Valley officiating crew?
Yes.
I know two of the guys. I didn't recognize him as Cache Valley, this other guy, but yeah.
I call him that. I've seen
happen?
him enough at up north. He does a lot of the high school games up that way. So
interesting. Let's see. Ridgeline's going to get the ball to start the second half. Same starters: Kyson, Carson, Jagger, Cam, and Diego. High screen right there from Jagger. If he makes this could be big. It's a little long. Carson tries to fight for it, but it's grabbed by Goddard.
Yeah, just what you talked about. It's a good look.
Hamblin gets it down low to Godfrey, trying to go around. Whoa, good finish as he goes around Jagger and scores. and gives Ridgeline a Syracuse a 29-27 lead.
Hadn't seen him be that aggressive yet against Jagger, so it must be something the coaches told him they need to look for.
Use that rim for a little bit of protection.
Fouled.
Carson doesn't get the call, and the rebound comes back down to Syracuse. Handoff back to Goddard, drives, and then pulls it back out. They're going to reset straight away to Trejo. Dribble handoff going left to Goddard. Nope, he doesn't hand it off. High post is Godfrey. Trying to get it down low to Hamblin. Carson on him. He goes right around. Carson scores it. Good move by Tariq Hamblin.
So far, I'm not too pleased with our effort here. Again, Syracuse is playing with way more energy and 2 quick baskets.
Good
nice
feed from Cam as he gets around the guy around the corner, and then 2 guys had to come help, and he feeds Kyson Buckmiller on an easy layup. You got to like when your point guard can create opportunities for other people to get layups.
He's been trying that all game, but it hasn't been that open until that last one.
Yeah, they've had some turnovers trying to squeeze it through the eye of a needle. Kick outside 3 ball on the way by Godfrey is good.
Yeah, I would say they've definitely talked to him about being more aggressive. He's their second leading scorer, and he only 2 points, I believe, in the first half. So this is a quick 5 points for him to start the third quarter.
Down low to Jagger. He kicks it outside to Diego. Spins in the lane and then gives a backdoor cut to Kais. Oh, and he's up under. That's a terrible call. I hate that call so bad. And maybe it's because I saw my own son get upended multiple times on his head. I know there's no circle underneath the basket, but that's still, you should not be able to slide underneath a guy like that. It's going to hurt people, and that kind of stuff drives me crazy. Kyson came right down on his backside.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
And gets the foul called against him.
And it's not really a basketball position to stand right underneath the basket.
It's not right. But this particular rotation. Ref loves to call it. Yes. Quick pass down sideline to Carson Cox. It gets to the rim. Good lead pass by Cam Blotter. And Carson's going to get free throws. There's certain refs that it's just kind of their thing. They love it. And they love to make that move that, hey, I'm here and I'm calling this.
Yep. It's unfortunate, but that is, something you deal with.
Yep. Carson's at the free throw line. His first free throw is good. And he's got one more. He's got 6 points in the game. Ridgeline down by 4, 34-30. One more free throw to come for Cars. Second one is no good. Rebound grabbed by Godfrey. Right sideline, Orton goes behind his back to slow it up. Now he tries to drive baseline, and they all leave him. He had a layup, and he didn't take it. He kicks it out to Hamblin. Rebound put back by Orton is good. So he had an opportunity and ended up getting one back anyways on the hustle on the boards. 36-30, Syracuse. Cam tries to get it down low to Jagger, and it's tapped out of bounds off of Jagger. Dave Lowe over there making the play in the front row.
He's ready.
Yeah, he's got his beverage in one hand and trying to make plays with his other.
He's shaking out the hand, so he may have injured himself.
He could have done. He's used to having the PA microphone. In the corner is Goddard.
This is not good.
Gives it off to Godfrey, and he scores it. Was it Goddard? Actually, did he keep it?
Yeah, he kept it.
Thought he shoveled it. Shot on the other end by Ridgeline's no good. Down the sideline is Orton. Gets into the lane. Two big steps, and his shot is blocked by Jagger and off of Jagger and out of bounds. Yeah, that looked like an extra one.
Looked like a deceptive travel there. Got away with 3.
You go off the 1, and then you land on 2-3. That's a travel. Titans are going to inbound underneath their own basket. Backdoor cutter, too easy. They get it nice, easily to Godfrey, and Godfrey now kicks it into the corner to Goddard. His 3-ball is good.
It's really just a matter, I think they're going to get a timeout right here. It's just a matter of one team's playing with more energy than another.
Yep. Coach Day's going to get this timeout as his team now goes down 41-30. And as you said, out of sorts a little bit. They're going to have to try to figure something out here at the break, trailing by 11, 41-30. We'll be back in just a moment.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Good news for all school teachers and students. Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisor.
Ridgeline with the timeout there as they find themselves down by 11, 41-30. Coming back into the ballgame is Cooper Hall. Also Tyler Jackman. Tyler's got it in the short corner.
Syracuse doing a little zone here, change it up.
Yep, mixing it up a little bit. High post to Jagger. Jagger puts it on the floor and then comes back out to Hall. 3 ball on the way.
Love
by
that.
Cooper Hall is good. Nice shot.
Good patience by Jag. Spread the defense out, get them to commit one way, and then a little kick out to Cooper. Travel,
yeah. Well, they got Goddard to travel and turn it over. And back to Ridgeline. Cooper Hall will jog into the front court. Slows down just a bit.
Switch back to man, so it was just to give us a change of pace there out of the timeout, like it.
Cooper hands it off a little sloppily, though, to Diego. Goes through his legs twice, gets to the free throw line, elbow left side, got it. Good little jumper there. I love that.
Jag said a pretty crushing screen.
Yeah, he did. Into the corner goes Trejo. Gives it off to Orton. Stops, and he's trying to find somebody on a pivot. Kicks it all the way back outside to Trejo, right. And they're going to get a foul called on Cooper Hall.
Even though he gets that foul, I can see what he's doing. He's bringing energy. There's a lot more movement here on defense, and I don't want him to get any more fouls, but the energy is there. It was missing at the start of the second half for sure.
It's going to be a non-shooting foul as Goddard will inbound into the backcourt to Trejo. He's working against Diego. Spins. Ooh, almost got a double dribble there. They didn't call it. Gives it off to Goddard. Now left side Hamblin working against Preston Brenchley. Gets into the lane. Preston's going to get a foul called on him on a reach. They'll give 2 shots to Hamblin. Well, trying to see if we've ever able to get the girls' game streamed. And it's not looking good. I said it could be a train wreck. But our game has been coming through loud and clear. 41-35, Ridgeline trailing by 6. Second free throw by Hamblin is also no good. And good saved by Jackman. Very good effort. Preston Brenchley, the open court, gets to the rim. That should be goaltending. But they don't call it.
What are we looking at?
I don't know. They head the other direction.
Oh, my goodness.
Into the corner is Hamblin. Hamblin drives, and Preston's going to get a foul called on him.
Preston's shot clearly went off the backboard. You cannot touch it.
I agree. A couple of years ago, Ridgeline had one that was for sure off the backboard. And I talked to some refs afterward, and they said that the rule is if it's going up. Hey, look, I'm just saying this. Oh, I'll tell you in just 1 second, because it's not a non-shooting foul. It's a non-shooting foul. Hamblin gets it down low. He rolls a 360 around the rim and comes off, and Jagger grabs it. Hall picks up his dribble, hands off to Diego. Hesitate. I thought he had Preston. So he says if it's going up, if it hits the backboard and it's still going up and not over the cylinder, you can hit it, he said. And then he sends me stuff saying that this is the rule. I'm like, okay, the chances of a ball still going up and hitting the rim or backboard and then it being hit, I don't think are very high. And not being over the cylinder somehow. Because if it's over at all, yes, if it's over, even if it's over some, it still should be a goaltend. Driving and getting no call is Godfrey, and Ridgeline heads the other way. Hall picks up his dribble, gets it down low to Jagger. He kicks it out to Preston, drives baseline, kicks it back to Jag. Jump shot, no good. Rebound tipped, no good. Press. Rebound up and in. Preston can't get it to go, and it's grabbed finally by Goddard.
Get down, get down.
Jackman and Brenchley both had opportunities for putbacks and couldn't get him to go. Still 6-point lead for Syracuse, 41-35.
Got a long stretch here. Doesn't usually happen for those seniors on the bench. Get a chance to cheer on their teammates, which they're doing, and hopefully bring some energy here in the fourth.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. Oh, I thought Preston did.
Preston had a pretty good job of getting his feet set, and he tried to draw the charge, and they're going to call a foul on him.
But again, that's energy. We're not getting that call, but that takes effort. He's in the right spot. He's working his tail off, and you know, it's up to the official to make the right call. But that's definitely a sign of more energy, and that's much, much better seen here in the third quarter than what we started with.
Free throw is good by Hamblin. He's got 5 in the quarter, so that gives him 14 in the game. 42-35, Syracuse in the lead.
Yeah, Coop, Jackman, Preston done a really good job coming in here, and I think it's been on the defensive end. It's
Me too.
been the catalyst.
Preston too.
Yep.
Free throw, second one by Hamblin is also good. Diego down the right sideline. Tries to get it into Jagger, and Jagger just mishandles it. It's tapped out of there. Hamblin grabs it. He's got a man, Orton, down, and it goes off the glass to Hamblin, and that was a pass. Really good play that time by Orton as it goes off the glass to Hamblin, and he throws it down. And it's stolen out of Hall's hands, back to Hess, and they get the steal and the foul now on Hall. That's a fun play at high school level.
That is. Yeah, unfortunate turnover. Jag had really good seal position. We just got to find a way to get it to him down there.
Hess is going to the free throw line. We must be to 5 here. Yep. Ridgeline's got their 5th foul of the quarter, and that's going to give free throws for the last minute 27.
We got Carson, Cam coming back in the game.
Timeout going to be called here?
I'm not sure what we're doing.
I'm not sure we're doing either. I didn't hear a whistle. But both teams are headed to their sidelines.
Are we cleaning something up? Must be some blood. That's what it is. Yeah, blood or sweat. Somebody's leaking.
Somebody's leaking oil. Down right underneath the basket. Ridgeline trailing 46-35 now, and another free throw to come here for Hess. Those types of dunks and things like that, there's an energy that you can build off of that. It's hard on the road like this to be able to right the ship, and see if you can figure out a way to climb back in.
Well, there's a lot of things that go against you on the road. And one thing I've always been taught and tried to implement, and I think it's held true, is you've got to be 10 points better than the team on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's 10 points on top of whatever, so, either officials aren't giving you a call or the crowd gets into it. So you've got a lot of things stacked up against you. When you're down by 11 now, you got to be that much better than your opponent on their home floor.
Yeah, it's a good point. Hess headed to the free throw line for his second one, and he missed that one. Rebound grabbed by Carson. Cox gives off to Cam. Good pass through the lane, and Jackman can't get the reverse layup to go. Rebound grabbed by Godfrey.
I'd like to see him just continue that one motion.
Godfrey running in, gets a shot blocked by Jackman. Tyler rips it out of there, and somehow they didn't get a foul called on Godfrey reaching around to try to grab it, but Ridgeline's got it in the front court. The pass is deflected, but Carson goes and gets it into the corner. He gets into the lane, kicks it into the corner to Jackman. Now back to Cam, back to Carson. 3 ball in the way by Carson is no good. Rebound tapped by Jagger, but it goes right to Orton in the open court. Kicks into the corner. 3 ball in the way for Hopkins, no good. Rebound Diego. Went off of Jagger's hands, but Diego grabbed it. Now Cam. Again, cross-court pass to Jackman. He can't get it to get up.
There you go.
They have to give it to Frankham for a 3, and it did look good, but it's short. Went straight down to the left.
Syracuse will hold for the last. Up by 11. That's tough.
20 seconds remaining in the quarter. Yeah, you're going to have a good fourth here to come back and win this one. Hess, 13 seconds. Cam Blotter on him. Gets rid of it to Godfrey. Jagger steps out. Now they get it down low to Goddard. Goddard loses it. Still 3 seconds. Cam can go. 2 seconds to Diego. Layup. Got it at the paint.
And we got it.
And did they call the foul?
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to get a free throw there.
Throws every last tenth of a second out. That was awesome.
Yeah, that one was right at the buzzer. And not only did Diego finish, but he got fouled. So we're going to keep it here for a second. See if Diego can finish the 3-point play. That was big. 46-37. And Diego's got a chance at a free throw here. Did my wife end up getting roped into doing the Syracuse video feed there? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, it's ours.
Oh, that's ours. Okay.
But yes, I think so.
She's doing the camera work. Diego got it. So he got to finish the three-point play. He's got 10 in the ball game. We're going to take a quick break and come back for the fourth in just a moment.
From what's happening in local political elections to breaking news to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
This is Dave Simmons. Partner with the pros at Les Olson IT for all your office technology. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services. Think of lesolsonit.com.
Les Olson IT.
Ridgeline starting the fourth quarter on defense here. Starters are all back in now for Ridgeline. Hess goes right side to Godfrey. He's inside the three-point line. Tries to drive on Jag. Reverse the layup. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Good block out by Kyson as he was able to keep Hopkins off the board. Rebound grabbed by Jagger. Skip pass from Diego to Jagger. They're trying to get it down low to Kars. He's got Hamblin on him, so it's not as easy as of a play for Carson. Goes up the chest of Hamblin. Can't get it to go. Rebound put back by Cam is good.
A little more urgency. That sometimes happens in the fourth. You'd like to see that earlier, but hopefully we can keep this going now. It's a good way to start the fourth.
Yeah, 6-point deficit for Ridgeline, 46-40. Orton, right side, crosses over between his legs in front of Diego and then gives it back outside. They swing it around to Hamblin. He drives hard, gets by Carson, and scores.
Interesting little play. They had help, and Cam got cleared out. Where Carson maybe thought he had some help. Cam was nowhere to be found as this guy took him right out at the key.
I missed that. Who was that, Coach, that just made that shot? Carson?
Yeah.
Okay, Carson got a 2-point bucket. And I think Hamblin's given Carson on as much everything he wants. I think he's been a little bit of a handful for Carson. Jump shot, 3-point range, no good. Rebound grab by Diego. Diego's on the run on the right side. Gets into lane, floater, off backboard, and then front iron, no good. Rebound grab by Hamblin. Right side, Orton slows it up. Straight away to Hess. He's also going to slow it up. 48-42, Ridgeline down by 6. 6:19 remaining in the ballgame. Orton right side, he's way out there. Probably not in range. Crosses over on Kais, gets to the right elbow. Picks up his dribble and spins on the pivot and kicks to the left side. 3-point shot on the way by Hamblin is good. Yeah, he's giving Carson fits right now. Fake pass, nope, does get it out there to Carson. His three ball on the way, no good. Rebound by Hess. Carson reaches in and can't get it from Hess, and so it's going to pick up a foul. Now, just like that, it's back to a 9-point lead, 51-42.
It's got to happen on the defensive end. We're going to get some shots on the offense, and sometimes they go in and not, but it's a defensive end. I think it's what has to happen in us to get back in the game.
Well, if there's a bright side to not being able to go back and forth with Nick at the girls' game, the score there is 63-24.
Oh, wow.
And I'm assuming that that's for Ridgeline. Here, Ridgeline's down 6, 51-42 to Syracuse as they get it back to Hamblin straight away. Kyson now on him. Strong move into the lane, kicks it back outside. 3 ball on the way by Hopkins is good.
He's hot.
That gets you down 12, 54-42. Diego to Kyson in the corner, trying to get it down low to Jagger. Goes up, nothing called there. And Trio comes out of there with it. And Cam's going to get called for the foul. At half court, right on the logo, Cam tries to get the steal. And that's just the second team foul here in the quarter. And that's Cam's third personal. Diego on ball on the defender, but they get it into the backcourt. Cam's going to pick up Trejo. Right side Hopkins. Straight away Godfrey. Back to Goddard on the right side angle. Got a screen for Hopkins. Three ball is off back iron. No good. Good box out by Kyson. Grabbed by Cam. Cam's going to bring it down the floor with a jog. Gets a high screen from Jagger. Gets into the lane. Nice. Layup. Good. Just kept his momentum going until they fell away from him and he got an easy layup. 10-point lead. 54-44 for Syracuse. Hamblin guarded by Kyson. Gets to the elbow. Help from Jagger comes. He kicks it. Three ball, no good. Rebound, good. Diego. He's got a good handful of rebounds today. Down the sideline. He gets by everybody. Layup, nice. Good. Nice job by Diego.
Need another kill there. We call those, get a stop, a score, and a stop. We count that as a kill, and you get a few of those in the quarter. We're right back in it.
Yep, down 8 right now. 4:14 remaining. Left elbow is Godfrey. Tries to get inside, can't. Kicks it outside. Three ball on the way by Trejo's, no good. Rebound by Diego again. I'm telling you, I bet he's got 7 right now, maybe 8. Jagger gives off to Carson. Carson sees a lane, gets down, left, got it to go on the left side, reached back with his right hand.
He's going to need a timeout. I bet they call one. Nope.
54-48, back to 6. It was there just a second ago, and they made a 3. Here's another 3. This one by Hamblin, no good. Rebound grab by Cam.
3 straight threes by Syracuse, kind of forced a little bit. They could have taken those anytime, but that helps us.
Cam looks at the screen, doesn't take it, gets in the lane, kicks it out to Carson. Carson goes to Jagger.
Move it.
Jagger now resets back to Cam straight away. It's close to half court. Goes right, dribble handoff to Diego. He gets a high screen from Jagger. Kicks into the corner to Kais. 3 ball is a big one, in and out. Rebound grabbed by Trejo. Now he's got numbers as 2 defenders are in the backcourt for Ridgeline. Down low is Godfrey, and he gets a layup.
We had 3 defenders, so that was tough.
3 on 5 is not easy.
Oh, we push it right back down and score a quick 2 by Kars.
Kars, okay. You look down to try to do your scorebook and you miss one. That's why it's good to have you here. Among other reasons.
Kars, come on.
3-point shot by Hopkins is no good. Rebound by Trejo. Back outside to Hamblin. 2:45 remaining in the game. It's a 6-point lead. I love the fact that there's a shot clock right now.
Yes.
You can't go all Dixie on people and start stalling in the third quarter. Hamblin, free throw line. Turnaround jumper blocked by Carson. Goes right back to Hamblin. And he's fouled as he tries to throw it into the paint. And Carson got the steal there, but they're going to give a foul to Cam Blotter.
Effort was there originally. I love that.
Cam's going to pick up his 4th. 2:28 remaining in the ball game. It's still only the third person or the 4th team foul, so I don't think they should be shooting yet. But they get a timeout. It's a full timeout called. Want to remind you that Castelite is the place to go for brick for your home, tile for your bathroom remodel, or pavers for your new walkway in your backyard. Think about Castelite online at castelite.com. Also, if you teach in the Logan, Cache, or Rich School District, you can qualify for an ultra-low interest rate on auto loans and more. Loans approvals in as fast as 30 minutes. Les Olson Company can give you a free network assessment. If you're having any issues with your network and you want to know what's going on, just call Les Olson Company at 750-8990 or go to lesolson.com. Cater Shop's your one-stop missionary store. Suits, ties, shirts, belts, and shoes and luggage, all at the Cater Shop. That's your one-stop missionary store. We'll be back in just a moment.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Ridgeline down by 6 with 2.5 minutes remaining. Good move on the baseline by Hamblin. And who got beat?
Kyson.
On the baseline there. Good move by Hamblin. He's got a couple guys. And Hamblin now adding to his totals. Carson straight away. 8-point lead for Syracuse. Cam Blotter on the right side baseline. Drives, gets it out to Diego. 3 ball on the way by Diego's no good. Rebound grab by Orton. Just barely grazed the backside of the rim. Long.
Nice. Diego.
Oh, good hustle by Diego. He went up 4 levels of the bleachers. Now Cam Blotter goes in, and he's out of bounds. He's out of bounds. Yeah, good call there.
Good effort. Love the effort. Let's go.
Goddard tied up Cam as he was going up, but Goddard's feet were on the end line, so it goes back to Cam. Yeah, how about Diego going 5 rows up? I didn't think that ball had a chance to be saved. And Diego proved me wrong. 58-50, Ridgeline in the lead. We have just under 2 minutes to play here.
Not sure what the delay is here and what they're checking on. Now we're good.
Cam waiting. Outside to Diego. Diego drives hard, kicks to Kyson. 3 ball on the way by Kyson's no good. Rebound grabbed by Hamblin. Minute 44.
Gotta get up, gotta get up.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put a little pressure on now. Hamblin with Carson on him. Gets to the left elbow, powers his way down, left-handed, no good. Rebound, back to him, goes up, can't get it to go. Rebound, Jagger. Off to Diego. Diego down the right sideline. Starts to make angles into the basket and then kicks back outside to Jagger. Back to Diego. A couple big steps in the lane, off glass, and got it to go.
Strong move by Diego.
Sure is.
Probably got away. Syracuse probably got away with the foul there. That was good, strong control by Diego in a finish.
Back to 6, coach. 6 point. That's a 2-possession game. Just got to play a couple hard defensive stops. With a 35-second clock, you're going to get opportunity.
Well, we'll probably have to press now at this point. I don't know how much success we've had in the press to this point in the year. But we got to get a deflection and turnover. We can't let them work the shot clock down for a possession. We've got to get something going our way.
Got some score updates to pass along to you. Green Canyon is up by 7, 50-43. They're playing Judge Memorial. 6:25 remaining in that ball game. Mountain Crest was up 42-33 at the half to Hunter. Logan was down by 11, 38-27 to Weber at the half. Haven't heard anything out of any Bear River scores.
So yeah, looked like some full court press. Let's see if we end up trap over zoning. Looks like man and quick trap.
Yep, and they got him beat, and now they have numbers, but a bad pass behind Godfrey. He had to go track it down. Orton tried to bounce one through baseball style. Probably should have gone for the layup. Crosses over in the lane, good defense, but Cam's going to foul out.
Would have liked to see Cam try and draw the charge there, not try and jump up with him, but he's definitely in the right spot. Just got to take that one in the chest. It looks like 5. Here comes Jag.
Jagger's going to come back in as Cam fouls out. Preston Brenchley, Diego Vasquez, Jagger Frankham, Carson Cox, and Kyson Buckmiller in the ballgame right now. So still 4 of your 5 starters, and Preston's usually quick off the bench, so got plenty in here to be able to make a run here with a minute left, but Orton's got to help him a little bit, and that time he doesn't as he makes the free throw. He's got one more here. Orton has 7 in the game.
Quick basket here. 2 or 3, doesn't matter. Just need something quick.
I got Hamblin with 24 in the game.
That's a good
second
game.
Yeah, second free throw for Orton is also good. Diego now pushing. Down 8. Goes right. Fakes the pass over top. Kyson now on a skip pass. Carson 3 ball on the way is good. That's a big 3. And that's Carson's first 3 of the ball game.
That's surprising.
Yeah, it is. I don't think he's shot like a crazy amount of them, but I bet he's 1 for 4 or 5 at least. Timeout quickly was called as Ridgeline now back within 5. 49 seconds. Got to put a little pressure on.
Same scenario. We ended up man-to-man press on the last one and then ended up 3 guys on the ball, which that doesn't work.
Yeah.
A little too easy to break the press, so maybe we can talk that out. But, yeah, still, same boat. You got to come up with a deflection and a steal and a quick basket.
See who Ridgeline brings back here with 49 seconds remaining. D&D Auto and Salvage is Cache Valley's #1 place to get the most money for your junk vehicles and scrap metal. Pickup is available. Call 787-1204. Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning can help you with finding a new gas fireplace or stove at Advanced Fireplace and Stove in Logan. They have great options, 752-7272. Also, if you need help with your furnace and need a service call, you can go online to advancedheating-ac.com and get that scheduled. Common sense solutions to your auto problems are found at Cache Valley Auto Care. They have coupons on their website. Engine maintenance, tires, brakes, and oil changes, belts, hoses, and more at Cache Valley Auto Care. For replays of tonight's game or photos, galleries, you can go to CacheValleyDaily.com or download the new Cache Valley Daily mobile app, Cache Valley's premier choice for local news. 49 seconds remaining, and Syracuse with the ball.
It's like man press again for us.
Yep, Ridgeline trying to go full court man here. And the backcourt still is Syracuse.
Ready to jump
here. Across.
Rotate. No one's there to rotate.
Yep, they didn't quite get it into the trap quick enough, and Diego's going to wrap up Orton and see if he can get something from the free throw line. So Diego will pick up his first.
Interesting that Syracuse does not have a foul this quarter.
Yeah, interesting. 39.2 seconds remaining. Orton's free throw is good. Made his last three. He's actually 3 for 3 for the evening from the stripe. Another free throw coming for the sophomore. Second free throw is good. Rolls around a little bit, goes down for him. So he's got his average, a little more. Diego gets a screen from Carson, tries to get past Hamblin, he's fouled. Across the neck, cross body block.
He had a layup.
Yeah, the thing is
not to get the foul called, and they're going to be aggressive here, and they can foul us three more times.
Yeah, 3 more times before you get to shoot. 4 more before you get to shoot. Carson Cox gets a screen from Kyson, goes between his legs, gets it off to Diego. Diego falls down, gets it off to Preston. Preston loses the handle, but it goes to Carson. Now in the corner to Kyson. 3 ball for him is no good. Backside rebound, grabbed.
Good job, Preston.
And
way to stay with it.
Preston tried to knock it or grab it as the pass was made along the baseline to Goddard, and it went out of bounds off of Preston. That one might have done it, Coach.
Yeah.
It might be all over, but the tears now, as my mom says. In the open court now to Trejo. Nobody there to stop him, and they're going to get a foul. Carson will foul him with 11.9 left, trailing by 7. Might have done it. So Ridgeline's going to drop what I think was a very winnable ball game.
Yes.
There's a couple of them. I didn't get to see the ones you saw in St. George, but I think Fremont was winnable, and I think this one was winnable.
Westlake was winnable.
Yeah, didn't see that one.
And this one, it's not really about what Syracuse did. It's what we didn't show up with. It's the energy. I know this group kind of struggles with voice and talk, and I'm always a big believer that brings energy even if you don't have it. And we just look flat.
Trio misses both of them. And then the rebound is grabbed by Jagger off to Kais, raises for a long 3. That one's hard off the backboard, but off of Orton. 3 seconds remaining. And Ridgeline's going to get one last shot at it here. Diego's going to inbound. Box set. Out to Jagger. He'll raise for 3. It's good, but that's going to be a little too late.
Yep.
As Jagger gets up to 13 with that one on his point total, but Ridgeline's going to fall 62-58 in this ball game, losing on the road to Syracuse. Let me quickly see if I can tally the statistics for you and share them with you on the other side of this break. We'll also check in with Nick Zollinger and see how that girls' game finished up. We'll be back in just a moment.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Good news for all school teachers and students. Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
Welcome back to Syracuse High School. Ridgeline falls in this one 62-58. Very winnable ball game, Coach. Joined by all game with Coach Buckmiller, and again, appreciate you being here with me on this one. Very winnable ball game. Just the energy level probably wasn't quite there, sustained through the entire ball game.
Yeah, we kind of felt like we shell-shocked them a little bit with our size, going up 12-5, and then we kind of went into looked like coast mode. We just didn't have that energy that I'm used to seeing, and frankly, that's what needs to happen if you're going to compete in our region and play in state, that you've got to show up every night, whether you got to manufacture that or it comes naturally within, and I just don't think we had that tonight.
I agree. Let's really quick get to the statistics in this one. I'm going to go to Nick. Nick Zollinger is now joining us from Ridgeline High School, and we did definitely have some technical difficulties on getting that ball game streamed through, Nick, so that was unfortunate. But tell us a little bit about what happened. Ridgeline got a big kind of lopsided victory tonight, didn't they?
Well, they did. Our trailblazing experience here was an abysmal failure, man.
We did our best.
Sorry to all those. Yeah, we did.
I think
don't know what was.
We did everything right. There was something set up on the other end that, I don't know, maybe you blew it. I don't know. I did just fine.
No, I know I selected the Corner Canyon girls. I was very careful to make sure I selected the right stream, and I don't know why you were piping in on both. You always hog everything.
Always hogging the air.
Yep. Always taking all the air time. But, yeah, these girls here at Ridgeline, man, they played a really great game. They came out. I got to give Corner Canyon a lot of credit. A little thing to mention about them, they haven't played a game since December 20th.
Whoa.
So they had a big layoff. And so to come in here, and our girls were on fire to start the game. We scored like 16 points in like the first 2 minutes, and 4 of them were on three-pointers.
Whoa. Boys could have used that.
Yeah, absolutely. It started with one from, I think Elise Livingston hit the first one, and then one was followed with Hallie Smith, Brinley Weiss, and Macy Brown. And we had a 16-4 lead, but Corner Canyon actually didn't go away in the first quarter. They battled back and actually played pretty good. But then, our defense and our scoring was just too much. These girls are incredible. Every time I think we're going to get challenged or we're going to have a game a team to deal with, they come in here and we just squash them. And it's just, it's demoralizing for those other teams. We had a 20-point lead to end the half, and then we opened the third quarter with a 20-1 run.
Oh.
Yeah. And then at that point, when you're down 40-39, it's like, okay, this game's over.
Yep. Now what? I know you were probably feverishly trying to figure out get your stream on the air, but did you have any idea as far as individual statistics how various players did?
Yeah, we actually, downtown Tony Brown did a good job of keeping some stats. Emily Skinner finished with 23.
Okay.
Elise Livingston finished with 21, which is 9 above her average, so she played great. She was knocking down threes like crazy at the first of the game. She had 4 threes in the game. Macy Brown had 7. Hallie Smith had 10. And then Brinley Weiss kicked in about, she probably had
made a 3.
She probably had 5 to 7 points as well in the ball game. So a nice effort from Emily Skinner and Elise Livingston. And then Macy Brown, I got to give her credit. Between her and Hallie Smith, creating so many second chance opportunities. And these girls are too good to give them second and third and fourth chances at getting a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
And those two were in there fighting for offensive rebounds the whole night. So it was fun to watch.
Sounded like
I want to say that.
Go ahead.
I want to say the first half alone, we probably had between 12 and 18 second chance points.
Whoa.
Just off of effort plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a Ridgeline all the time. Ridgeline whenever they needed it. And that team is special. That's a lot of fun to watch. And I was talking to Eric Skinner yesterday, 2 days ago. He thought this might be the last chance that they'll get a game. I think going forward from here, you might beat everybody by 30.
Well, you might in region. You got Sky Ridge coming to this gym, I think February 5th.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. Logan is not going to play us in region, so we don't have to deal with that. But Sky Ridge is going to come here, and they're, another big 6A powerhouse down there, so they got lots of kids to pull from, and they may give us a game. I don't know, but, I mean, at the 4A classification, I'm with you, Dave. The only team that is good enough to beat these guys is themselves. And it's just a night, if you happen to play bad and the officiating happens to go against you and the other team really knocks down a bunch of shots and you get in a dogfight, it could be anybody's game. But if they play the way they played tonight, no one, I'm just calling it right now, no one in 4A is going to even sniff beating them.
Yeah,
I think
can't imagine.
A real big thing with these girls, too, is that when they're not making the shots at a high clip, they're still so good at getting to the basket. And they get so many layups, and their defensive pressure never goes down. I've never seen them play a game where their defensive pressures went down, and there's just not many teams in high school, probably in the country, that can deal with that kind of pressure for 32 minutes.
Well, they're definitely not one-dimensional, as you mentioned, Tony. If your shots aren't going down, not only recognizing it and having the poise to think, okay, let's get to the hole, let's get to the free throw line, let's do some other things, and then having that type of defensive intensity that you can create offense through good defense and getting steals and open court layups. That team is built just about perfectly as far as a girls' high school basketball team is concerned. I just looked up Sky Ridge just for fun. They are 8-1. As far as record is concerned, they're the best in that region, including Pleasant Grove, Westlake, Lehigh, American Fork, and Lone Peak. So you would think that'd be a game. Hopefully that'll be another good one.
I think it will. And before you cut us loose, Dave, I just wanted to say, me and downtown Tony Brown, we absolutely nailed that first half. I mean, it was one of the best streams. If you can go out there on the cloud and you can find it, it's going to be a treat. I'm here to tell you.
It might exist on the netherwebs somewhere. I can tell you right now it's not at cinnamonbear.com. I can tell you that much. Darn, I was hoping that thing would work a little better. And maybe we can try it again sometime. But appreciate you guys doing that and helping get that W, 70-31. All this means, Tony, is I can retire and just turn it over to you two, and I'll just ride off into the sunset.
Hey, now, first of all, I'm not going to let you get the final score wrong. It's 75-34.
Okay, thank you. I think the last one you told me was 70-31, so I jotted that down thinking it was the final.
And let's not forget about our Trailblazing. We might be on next week doing some wrestling.
Can you imagine Nick and I calling wrestling? I mean, if they let us do it, Nick,
now,
in your mind's eye, and it's breathtaking.
And it's breathtaking. It is.
All right, fellas. Thanks for chiming in. Appreciate you.
Yep, see you.
Okay, see you. Quickly changing directions here, as we've now got Coach Kyle Day with us as his team falls 62-58 here to Syracuse. Coach, as Coach Buckmiller and I have been calling this ball game, we felt like maybe the intensity wasn't there quite, at least sustained through the ball game consistently. Did you feel the same way?
Yeah, absolutely. It was, I mean, to be honest, this is how we practiced this week, and this is how we played last Saturday. And the boys have been able to get away with that against some other teams and win, and tonight they weren't able to do that. So.
Well, besides just like, I mean, your team gives effort all the time,
sure.
but what was there anything in particular you felt like we have to tighten this up?
Oh, just playing man on man. I mean, the Hamblin kid's a good player, but he doesn't do a lot of like. It's not he's a great athlete. Let me put it that way. He's a great athlete who plays really hard, and he gets to his spots and he finishes in awkward places. We watched film on that. We talked about that. We talked about the back screens. We talked about getting to that spot. And we just from the first quarter we did a really good job. Right, made him shoot over the top of our length, which was really good. And then we just gave up so much from him otherwise. Right, plays where. We got sealed out of position. Carson, I can remember one in the first half where he just kind of got stuck on top, just didn't react. And then, just the attention to detail when it comes to executing plays. Again, there's just it can be really tough against a team that plays really hard, and they did. Credit them for that. They played really, really hard, and they were hungry for a win. I mean, their coach is telling me they were 6-5, I think, coming into tonight. They lost an overtime game at Copper Hills on Thursday. Or Wednesday rather, and he's trying to stay out of the bottom 4 in 6A. That's what he's really trying to do RPI wise, and they have this real hunger for him right now, and they played that way, I thought.
When you came into this ball game offensively, all I could do was go with numbers and what I've seen. I thought you might have an advantage, maybe not. Size-wise, there had to have been a mismatch. Did you feel like you could be able to isolate some people that way, or is it something that you were just hoping would happen within the offense?
No, we thought we could, and we ran quite a few sets to try to get it there. In the first half, that kid I thought he was pulling a lot on Jag, but then kind of pulling the chair on Jagger a little bit, and then he kind of flopped on that one and got that charge on him. And I don't think that really affected Jag, but we had a tough time making entry passes, right? We had a few deflected. Carson normally post game's pretty good, but that Hamblin kid's somebody who can match his strength and pushed him out, and just wasn't there for him.
And you and I have worked some time together, and you've seen some similar things and experience with this group. They're a quiet group. Do you think that the voice translates to their energy at times? Is this kind of typical? Do you think what do you think has got to change for them to understand that it needs a little bit more energy in a varsity game?
They are a quiet group, right? And really all of them are, right? I mean, Cam's maybe the loudest, but not really on the court. He's more of a kind of a goofball off the court at times, right? But that's about it. The rest of the guys are pretty quiet, like you said. And I think that's been a challenge.
But how do you teach that, you guys? I mean, I thought 2 years ago that group was strapped. They were quiet. They were quiet. And we tried to teach them as they were little kids to talk, but I don't know how to teach something like that. Is it just a personality thing?
I think there's personality, and I think you have to force it out of them. I think when you understand that your voice is now creating opportunities for your other defense to recognize where you're at, hearing you, it just all kind of feeds off in that kind of adage of bringing synergy out on the floor. And it's not that individually the effort wasn't there, but as a group, they weren't in sync. It's not something that I've been accustomed to seeing this season and in the past, and so it was kind of frustrating to watch from at least my standpoint.
Yeah, for sure. And I was frustrated because there was a moment when they felt urgency, and you could see that, right? The fourth quarter, right? They came out in the fourth quarter. All of a sudden, we were flying around. Now we missed some shots. And in a day like today, I don't know, what did we make? 2 threes, 3 threes, I guess, if you count Jaggers at the end. It kind of inconsequential there. And you're going to have nights when you miss shots, right? That's got to be okay. You have to be able to play through that and win through that. What was frustrating for me was that we didn't have that urgency until then. And at halftime, we challenged some guys. I challenged Kars, right, to come out and give us the effort I've seen him give us against really good basketball players one-on-one. And I don't know if there's a muscle thing. I don't know. Carson's the type of kid he'll never complain if he's sick, if he's anything. But there's nothing there that I've seen, and I just thought, just didn't quite ever get that urgency tonight until maybe the fourth quarter. Right. And then we had opportunities, right? And maybe we make a few more shots. It's a different story at the end, but we can't rely on playing playing just the first and the fourth, right?
Well, it's a tough lesson that hopefully you get those guys get figured out at this point, but it's a choice like I think you're bringing up. Like, if you choose to play a certain way in the fourth when you're down and this is it, you could have done that in the first, second, third quarter, and you just didn't see that. So
I had 4 threes in the ball game. Remember, Cooper Hall had one.
Coop hit one, that's right. And Jags hit one in the first half, and then Cars hit the deep one. But, we're going to have nights where we don't make shots, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be, you're going to go, we might be at Green Canyon and not make shots. We got to get stops. So we got to figure it away. We got to do that. So Bear River is a place that's notorious for, it's tough to make shots there sometimes. And so we have to be able to match that. And, Syracuse, to their credit, they made shots, right? Their big guy stepped out and hit a three. I don't know how many he's hit all year. And we weren't, we were, personnel-wise, I thought we were doing the right thing on him. I thought Jagger did a good job most of the night. But we have to be able to overcome that and still manage that. Right?
Well, where do you go from here? You only have one day to practice, unless you're going to try to practice on a Saturday. You only got Monday because you got to turn around again, right, on Tuesday. Got to play Weber.
Yeah, tomorrow starts our comp league at Ridgeline, so
yeah, well, I guess you're not doing that.
Getting in the gym is a hard thing. So,
Logan actually ended up beating Weber 60 to 58, but Weber was up the whole game. Yeah.
And Weber's got some guys. Hunter Skank is a D1 commit that's going to Utah Tech that can really play, can really go. This Malachi, I can't remember his last name, but he's a tremendous athlete. Really gets up and down the floor, or attacks the rim with really some ferocity, and they're going to be a challenge. And so, we have to have a really good practice on Monday and then get after it on Tuesday at home. I believe I have high expectations of these kids, and I've told them that. I've told them that's why I've been frustrated at times even in wins when we haven't played very well. Like against Clearfield on Saturday, I was really frustrated because I have high expectations of them. And so now we get to see how we respond in a quick turnaround, and then a gauntlet of a region that's not going to get any easier any night that we play.
Sometimes a quick turnaround's a good thing. Just let's get rid of this one out of your head and let's still go again. Yeah. Well, we'll cut you loose so you can get back with the team, but we appreciate you taking the time to come join us.
Okay, thanks.
That's Coach Kyle Day. His team dropping this one 62 to 58. Real quick, let's go through the final statistics. My player of the game, Coach, for the Riverhawks is Diego.
Yeah, for sure.
Diego had 14, which is it's about 5 above his average, but I think he probably had 6, 7, 8 rebounds in this one as well.
And made some Diego-esque plays. That's a term. He hit some shots there the first half that kept him in it, and then there's some definite plays that he was saving. He's just throwing his body out there, and he's given everything he had, and love to see his energy.
He had 14. Jagger had 13. But Jagger was held to just 3 in that second half, and that was that one at the buzzer. So, yeah, weren't able to get it down to your big man down there, which is, I thought, a place he should be able to work. Carson Cox ended with 10, so they did have 3 players in double figures, but that's below Carson's average. 7 from Cam, Blotter, Kyson had 2, Preston had 2, Tyler Jackman had 2, and as we mentioned with Coach Day, Cooper Hall came in and made a 3. Scoring by quarter, Ridgeline did jump out to a 12-5 lead in the first, but then dropped. Syracuse had 22 in the second quarter to Ridgeline's 15. It was a 27-27 halftime score. Ridgeline got outscored 19-11 in the third quarter, so it was 46-38 at the end of the third. And then Ridgeline did outscore Syracuse 20-13 in the fourth, but it wasn't enough as they fall 62-58. Again, we'll mention the girls. They did win over Corner Canyon at home. Ridgeline wins 75-34 in that game. Other scores of note that we've been given: Logan did win 60-58 over Weber. 67-62. Green Canyon wins. They're 12-0 now. And then Mountain Crest was up 62-46 at the end of the third. That's the last we heard from that one. Coach, thank you so much for being here.
Coach,
that's Coach Buckmiller. It's always great to have you along when Nick's out gallivanting around doing other stuff. So we appreciate you being here with us. We'll go ahead and end this one as we mentioned with Coach Day.